These are Japanese plums. They flower during the winter months. The freeze and frost does hurt them. We had a cold and hard winter. All this is winter damage, but you can see some did survive and some are making. All these little berries, that's Japanese plums. But in the winter, when you hit it right, these trees load up and they are good. You got to fight the birds off. The birds are going to fight you off to get to them, and they'll actually dive at you because they want them. And they're easy to grow. They come up wild everywhere once you plant them. That's Japanese plums. What I try to do with my fruit trees is have some that for the northern part of Louisiana, but have some that also bloom for the southern part. And I'll show you the difference. This is an Eaton pear, Borton I believe it's called, and it's already blooming. The problem with this is if we have a late frost, and we do a lot of times in Louisiana have an Easter frost. So when these early blooming trees, you're going to lose your crop. And I'll show you a pear tree that pears later, that blooms later, and usually you save those. Okay, we March 24. We passed our frost date now, but if you notice, this pear tree is just starting to bloom. So if we would have got an early frost, all the pear trees and the peach trees and everything that you see that's fully bloomed out and flowered, we'd have lost all them crops. So that's why I like to do a mixture of an early flowering and a late flowering. So that in the years that you have a lot of early frost, you still are apt to save something and get something to put in the cannery and to preserve. This is another tree that's a late bloomer. If you look, the blooms are just now starting. We out of our frost danger, supposed to be anyway. This is an apple tree. Don't remember the kind. Louisiana's not good for apples. I've tried a few apple trees in the past, never had luck with them. And this was supposed to be one developed for Louisiana. We just don't have the amount of frozen days that apples require. Apples require an X amount of days of extra cold weather for them to produce. We don't have that down here. The only reason I planted this one is because somebody said it was bred for Louisiana, but I haven't eaten an apple on it yet, so we'll see. This is a satsuma tree that I ran over, and if you notice, the thorns are coming out because it was grafted to a thorn tree. Most satsuma trees are, citrus trees are. The reason I kept it is because I'm going to experiment on doing my own grafting of satsumas. And what you got to do is you got to take the buds off of a satsuma tree, and graft it into these barks here. I've never done it, but we're going to play with it this year and experiment with it and see if we can get a tree going.